Yo. This might be a bit of a longer video. This is one of those days, bro. And look, I'm not a dumbass. I know that these days are normal, especially in a person like me. A lot of times I go through these cycles of complete, like, crashing out, letting go of my goals, all that shit. And then next day I'm, like, super motivated. I'm always doing this, bro. It's to the point I don't even surprise myself. I just know this is just the loop I'm in. But ordered food, laid in my bed, didn't do anything. Just bad habits, like, yeah, so sleep deprived, bro. I don't know. I'm always tired, bro. Not the best diet today, bro. It's just hard being a human. And like, I'm gonna talk about a lot of random stuff in this video. Like, this might be long, random. There's no theme. No one might not even watch this. This is for me being therapeutic for myself. Feeling like I gotta express something or get something onto another medium in order to feel better. But I just been feeling off. There's a few things. I can like break this down to different topics. Let me get my journal out. One topic that I've been thinking about a lot is the social dynamic. I go to therapy. I was talking to my therapist a lot about this yesterday. Let's just write the topics down first. There's social dynamics, one. Another one is addiction or vices / inclinations. So that includes alcohol, porn, weed, anything. Technology, like music, like all that. Just energy overall, goals. And then also just me, I'm gonna graduate in 2 months. So that's been hanging over my head a lot. So these 5 things, I just wrote it down. Terrible handwriting, but I think the basis of why I've been feeling off lately. This semester overall, school-wise, is not, like, this is the easiest semester I've had since freshman year, I'm not gonna lie. Also, this year in general is probably the best year I've had in terms of workload, in terms of drama, feeling comfortable at this space. But there's this deep feeling of melancholy I feel like I walk around with every day. I think partially because I'm leaving, or like slipping away. And I'm a big sucker for goodbyes. Not necessarily in the sense that like I can't be alone. I think I spend the majority of my time alone. But I think it's more the fact of missed opportunity. I think that kills me more than anything. I've talked to my therapist a lot about this, but like, for example, my therapy is done through the school. School pays for it. It's gonna end when I graduate. There are already several points where I thought therapy was gonna end and it didn't end, and then we actually got extended and we were able to continue meeting. And I already accepted that fact. I accepted, okay, this has an end date. But I feel like for this reason, this is gonna hit differently because I'm like, it's gonna end, but everything's gonna end at once. I'm about to graduate and go back home. Mind you, I went to boarding school. So like, this is the first time I'm gonna go back home and I don't have a plan on like what's gonna be in my future. I don't have a full-time job yet lined up. That's on my mind too. Like, I'm just upset. Like, I'm upset about life. Like what is this, bro? Like, I don't want to have to try. I know that sounds so privileged, but like, I'm really don't want to have to try. I don't want to do anything. I just want to like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't feel like enjoyable. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just feel like numb. And like, part of it is my own decisions because I numb myself all the time. I'm always consuming. I'm always like doing things because they make me feel good in the moment. But they make me have this overall larger feeling of like, I guess emptiness is the word, or like there's this larger feeling of like something's missing. I don't know what it is. Like, I think sometimes in my head I try to solve it. I'm like, oh, maybe it's intimacy, maybe it's mindfulness. Like, I used to be way more mindful when I was younger, practicing like meditation and stuff, and I don't do any of that stuff anymore. Maybe it's my vices. I let myself sink into these vices a lot more than I do when I was younger. It's actually crazy how easy, not to say life was easier when I was younger, I was definitely more anxious and more depressed and like definitely had more of these swings, or not mood swings, but I definitely was more in a worse spot mentally. But I also was like more willing to fight. I feel like nowadays I lack the fight. I think part of it is like, I think my life is so steady right now where it's like there's not something bad to motivate me. And that's another thing. I get motivated by trauma or by bad things, and I would want to be able to be productive without that. And maybe that's why I've been feeling so stuck lately, is because this semester's been so easy. It sounds so toxic, and I hate that my mind operates like this, but there's a part of me that feels like I need things to go to shit in order to do better. That's just the overarching feeling of my life. Like, you know, you're always going to look for issues within the world, and I think I exhibit that all the time, and I hate it, bro. Like, I really just don't get myself. I wish I could overcome myself. And this is where we get into the vices. Move on to that topic, bro. Weed, bro. Oh my god, I love weed, bro. Yeah, I don't want to like talk too much about substances, especially because putting this on the internet and stuff. But like, actually, you know what? It's whatever. I can always delete this. Mind you, I didn't smoke or drink in high school. I used to actually have a lot of disdain for people who did. I know it sounds weird, but I think part of the reason why I felt that way is because I don't really understand how people can balance, you know, being a normal person and drinking and smoking. Like, I feel like for me, I don't have enough trust in myself to balance anything. Like, yeah, I don't go overboard with weed or alcohol, but I very much could see how I could. I have a friend who, you know, used to be addicted to that stuff, and I very much see myself like him in terms of like, I could very easily be like that. I get into these mentalities where I'm just like, fuck it to everything in life, and like, it's like what I was saying, like in those moments, like I feel good. Like, let me break this out. Alcohol is like a weird thing because it's, on one end, it's like alcohol makes me feel like I don't like drinking that much, mainly because of the physical feeling of bloatedness. I feel like you could see it. You know, I got all my body dysmorphia shit, so like I don't want to see myself look weird. I don't want to feel weird, groggy. Weed is just way more giggly, but it's way more anxiety provoking. I feel like weed makes me very elementary. I feel like a little kid on weed. I feel like the way my emotions feel is like reminiscent of how I felt as a child, where it's like sometimes you just feel sad or angry and this overcomes you. But there's something good about that I kind of like, because I feel like at the age I am now, I'm 22 now, I feel like I'm numb. I know it's weird, but it's like, for example, say my friend does something to make me upset and I'm high, or say something good happens when I'm high. I feel that way more intensely, regardless of whether it's a bad or negative emotion or positive emotion. That ability to feel is amazing. Even when I'm like high, and like when I get too high, sometimes it's like my body's just like zooming and like my head's like a roller coaster. Something about that's good. Like, I don't know, bro. I have the urge to smoke right now, but I'm also like, I only bought weed by myself once, and that was for my birthday. I'm trying not to ever get into that habit because I don't want to, because I know I could easily become a stoner, bro. Easily not do anything productive, and then if I smoke, I know I'm probably gonna order food, goon, like there's a bunch of bad habits that come along with that. Just make regrettable decisions, bro. Drinking, I'm more bound to make regrettable, do riskier stuff. I'm more bound to do riskier stuff in terms of socially, but weed is like weed's really my shit. And like, I really started smoking a lot last semester in 2025 with my friend, because she used to smoke a lot. So anytime I was at her apartment, we'd always just smoke, like during the school week, anytime. And nowadays I only do it on the weekends, but it's pretty consistent because all my friends smoke with me, which is fun. And I love when we all get high and then we just scroll. Like, it's one of the best. That's like one of the best feelings of the weekend. And it feels weird to say that I look forward to that, but I look forward to everyone getting fucked up together. Rather, like, I don't like really getting high by myself. I feel like a lot of times I'm alone, so like being high, it doesn't really change. Like, it's the same shit. It's just me being alone. I'm scrolling through reels. But it's like, I think when everyone's together and we're fucked up, it breaks down a social barrier in a way where I feel comfortable because we're all in the same state. And obviously when you're high, you still do question social dynamics and all that. It's not like your mind stops thinking. You actually probably think more. But there's just something so good about it. Like, I feel like it's like there's less of a barrier between me and the world. Like, I feel, even if, I don't even know how to describe it, bro. This is also different from like an edible high. When I take edibles, I feel panicky. So that's different. But there's still something, I hate the fact I'm saying this. I think I'm generally addicted to I'm addicted to not thinking, bro. I'm addicted to not thinking. It's why I can scroll on reels for so much. It's why I don't edit my videos when I have so many videos to edit. Why I don't do any readings for my homework. I just show up to class without doing the readings. I don't want to process anything. And I feel like I'm concerned because I feel like sometimes I can feel the effect of that. Like, my memory today, I was in class and I was trying to think about my therapist yesterday, and I couldn't even remember the advice my therapist gave me. And it's not even like, sure, you can blame weed, but it's like I only smoke once a week with friends. I don't smoke a lot. Like, I know it's not weed. Maybe it's my sleep. I don't know what it is, bro. Like, I feel like my brain is just like, it's harder for me to activate it. I'm also not trying to activate it, because I'm not putting it in positions to activate it, because those positions would require effort. And like, you know, I'm more autonomous now than in high school. I'm more autonomous in middle school. I don't need to be in positions I don't want to be. I feel like when I graduate here and go into the real world, I'm going to be confronted with the fact that I will necessarily have to be in those positions or I will die because I will not have resources to pay for rent, to pay for food. Like, I need to go through hell. And I don't want to say, I'm not suicidal. I don't think I've ever been suicidal. But I think this concept of not existing plagues my thoughts so much because I just get so exhausted with life. And I'm trying to figure out like the balance, bro. Like, I'm about to be in my 20s. I mean, I'm in my 20s. I'm 22. But I'm about to go back to New York after grad. And I'm going to be in my 20s in New York. A lot of my high school friends are going to be in the city. Some college friends. Like, I'll have a nice social life. I'll have things to do. I think I'll be more able once I'm in that, like once I'm out of this bubble of college, I think it'll be a bit easier for me to focus on some of the goals that I have. But there's still something like, I feel like that's not tangible or something that, I don't know how to describe it, bro. I realize that's another thing I can't articulate. Like, so frustrating. I feel like there's like a limit to what we can articulate as people. Like, I can't even like describe my feelings. I was talking to my therapist yesterday. I was like, I wish in a perfect world, I wish I could just have someone watch my life like a movie, or like have like a literal brain transplant. Like, I always think about myself in a movie. Everything I do when I'm walking down the street, listening to music, I feel like I'm the main character. Every time something bad happens to me, I'm like, damn, this is like a plot line. Like, what is this gonna, you know what I'm saying? I look at my life like a plot a lot of times. And I think part of that is that egocentrism. I think I'm using that word right. I think that's part of what leads to my unhappiness because I expect my life to maneuver in a way where it's like things lead to this. This is serving for this. This is exemplary of this, you know? And sometimes it's just like, you just gotta live. But something about that makes me anxious and makes me like not enjoy life. Like, what do you mean I'm just here? Like, I'm just here. Why am I here? What am I doing? What am I here for? I think the purpose in everyone's life is to improve oneself and try to make life more enjoyable. Like, that is the purpose, to make it more enjoyable. But it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, this is why I have trouble recording these videos or even going to therapy sometimes. Because, like, there's no solution to what I'm saying. Like, I'm just discussing things that I feel. There's solutions to enjoy life better. But it's like, the solution's always going to require something you don't want to do. And maybe that's pessimistic, but I feel that way. I was talking, my therapist is very optimistic, and I appreciate that. You probably need a good therapist like that. But I was talking to her about like social dynamics, and like I feel like there's a limit to which you can express yourself to another person. You can't really get them to see you or understand you fully because we're two different consciousness. And she was saying, well, I was talking to her about like how ever since I went through my first breakup, and like I already always had like trust issues and issues with trusting people, but especially after that, I've become so detached within my connections. And like I've become way more social, quote unquote social. I have way more friends. I feel like I'm way more like out there than I was pre that breakup. But I almost like those connections feel, I do have a lot of strong connections. I am very like I do communicate to people. I'm vulnerable. I don't have a problem being vulnerable necessarily, but there's like a different types of vulnerability. I think there's vulnerability in being able to tell people about yourself, and then there's vulnerability in trust or reliance. I don't feel like I really trust anyone. And it's not like that I feel like there's something wrong with anyone else. It's like, I don't trust myself. I wouldn't trust me if I was someone else. How can you trust someone? You have I can't trust myself to not order food tomorrow. I can't trust myself to go work out tomorrow or to wake up on time. I might skip class tomorrow. Like, how can I rely on you? This doesn't make sense, bro. And that's like, oh my God, bro. I'm so overwhelmed. I can't even process. I'm just all over the place, bro. This might be an hour-long video. Holy fuck, bro. This might be a therapy session in and of itself. How much storage I got on this damn computer? The fuck? I look good right now. Yeah, bro. I look forward to every weekend. I'm looking forward to this weekend just so I can get high. I feel like that's the one thing about college, and even like when I get older, that I feel like will be amazing. It's like it's socially acceptable to turn off your brain for the weekends. I love that. I love that because life is overwhelming. So yeah, like let's act like little kids for a little bit. But yeah, this life, like I love talking about the concept of God, and like I think about like the universe a lot. I don't really think about God, but I think about the universe. That's like my version of God. When I got, because I don't abide by a specific doctrine or religion, but sometimes the universe or God, it just confuses me. Like, what is like our existence? Like, what is this? Like, my therapist brought up this concept yesterday of syllogism, something like that. I forgot the term, but it's basically the feeling that you're the only thing that exists in the world. Like, nothing else exists. Like, kind of like the Matrix concept or Truman Show in a way. And I do feel like that. Like, I only have my lens to experience the world. So what basis do I really have to, like, I don't know that anyone else is real. Some people who just take the world for face value, they're way happier because it's like, they just accept what they're presented with. But I feel like I can't just accept what I'm presented with because, like, this shit makes no sense, bro. This shit makes no sense, bro. And like, as much as I love philosophy, I don't like philosophy at the same time. This is why I'm a living contradiction. I'm in several philosophy classes right now, and I hate going to them because I feel like it's performative philosophy. Like, one of my classes, we're talking about perception, and I appreciate the teacher, I appreciate everyone in that class, but I feel like, it's like, what are we talking about? Why are we trying so hard to sound smart? Why are we breaking down things that like this isn't getting us happier? This isn't getting us more peace. I don't know, bro. There's a part of myself that also just rejects advice, you know? In one of those philosophy classes, we're always talking about how peace is through action and peace is through the mindset and the mental technology by which you perform action. If you perform action with judgment and it's ego-driven, and when you perform it with attachment, you're probably going to be met with a reaction that comes from attachment. You're going to be sad if you put certain connotations on how you should feel instead of just being. You know, I gotta allow myself to just be sad right now. And I know that's a solution to life, but it's just, I can't help but feel this feeling of this waiting, of this like idleness, of this like, I'm just here. And I don't like that feeling. Especially when there's limited time on certain things I can experience. I'm getting older, my family's getting older, my friends are getting older. I'm going to graduate in a few months. I got some friends that are from Asia. I'm probably never going to see them again unless I take a trip out there, like, or for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, friends who live in different parts of the country, I might never, you know what I'm saying? Like, girls that I might have talked to or might be talking to, or even not even girls. Let's say people I'm making relationships now, but I'm not going to get the chance to fully flesh out because I'm never going to see. Like, I hate this. I hate time. Oh my God, bro. And you know what it is? You see me complaining all about all this stuff right now. Tomorrow, I might wake up and be completely fine. I might go to the gym, get a great workout, go on a run. Who knows? I can't predict that. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's why it's also like, I don't even understand myself. I don't understand why sometimes I feel like this, why I don't. The world's really such a weird place, bro. And there's probably never going to be like an answer. Even if heaven exists, it's like, is heaven gonna be like this? Like, what is heaven gonna feel like experientially, tangentially? Like, I don't know, bro. But I'm gonna end this video here. 23 minutes, 27 seconds. Good therapy session. I feel like I have more and more to say, but it's like, what's the point? There's like, I can keep on going. Maybe I'll do another video. All right.